Hello and welcome to the On the Slate Movie Podcast. We are your hosts, Wesley,
Jason,
and Asher.
And On the Slate for today is our Christmas special part 1 of 2025. We have a lot to go over today, including looking back at some recent movie releases like Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Wicked, and Zootopia 2. We're also going to be looking forward to a few more releases coming out at the end of the year. We're also going to go over some big news stories like Netflix, Warner Brothers, and Paramount having their business deals going on. And we're also going to just be a little sentimental and just see just what is some our favorite Christmas memories and listen to some of our friends as well talk about theirs. So thanks for tuning in. Here we go. All right, so this is take 2 of our wonderful news episode, but I think it's a blessing in disguise. The first original recording we had, just the Grinch stole it. You know, he stole our recording and then put it in the trash bin.
But what did he give us?
But he gave us
more time together,
the opportunity to actually see a few more movies to be able to further talk about some of these things that have been going on, which is cool. Mm-hmm. And we've gotten some more news updates on other things. So, like the Supergirl trailer dropped today as we're recording. So
Paramount made a move. They didn't make a move when we recorded originally.
Exactly. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Maybe this episode will be a lot better.
Maybe the Grinch should be remembered for all the good he did and the fact that his heart grew 3 times.
Exactly.
That day.
Exactly. Thank you, Grinch. So, fellas, you guys ready to get into this?
Yeah.
I'm diving in.
I'm diving in. I'm going deep.
All right. Sorry. We're stalling so I can pull up my notes.
It's okay.
All right. So, yeah, the biggest movie release of since Thanksgiving, which is kind of this holiday season that occupies Thanksgiving to Christmas, has been Zootopia 2 so far.
Zootopia.
Yeah. So this movie's already at $954 million worldwide, and it released like about 2 weeks ago. So,
absolutely insane.
Big success for Disney. This is a huge success in the global market. In the US and Canada, it's made about like 200 million.
Whoa.
Which is, I mean, that's good, but it's not like, it's really being driven by other nations and their box office, which is something that the US has actually struggled with recently over the last few years. Is places like China and some other countries are really not helping out the US box office in Hollywood as much anymore. There's been growing film industries in China and more investment on their own stuff. So we've seen movies like a lot of the Marvel movies, superhero movies this year have underperformed globally, but have performed pretty normal here. Like, and I think that really hurt movies like the Thunderbolts. But then also like not Man of Steel, Superman did really well here. It outperformed movies like Man of Steel domestically, but just couldn't find a base anywhere else. So maybe it's the talking animals and the kids movies, the mix, it's gold. It's a gold mine. How many of these have we seen over the years? Obviously Zootopia $1 billion.
Inside Out 2.
Well, that's not really animals, but
I mean, they're like creatures. They're weird.
Yeah, weird creatures. I mean, we've
had a Sing
Secret
2.
Life of Pets. We've seen Sing 1 and 2. Those
Secret
were
Life of Pets have a
it.
sequel as well, right?
Yeah,
it does.
DC League of Super Pets was a top 10 movie randomly. That I think it was in the summer.
22.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're not animals, but the Minions. I mean, they're basically animals.
They are also creatures of sorts.
What are Minions?
They're biological Tic Tacs.
Oh yeah, or little.
They're dudes.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They're
like little Twinkies or something. I don't really know what Minions are. Let us know in the comments if you know the lore. I don't.
Haven't you seen the movies?
I have, but I don't think they ever explain it.
They should.
Do they?
That would be funny if they made like a really hardcore lore background to the Minions. Like they used to be this.
I thought the first movie went over their origin.
Oh, Code.
They went. Maybe they did. It went over like them trying to find a master.
Yeah.
So maybe it did go over their origins. But like, what if they used to be a race of highly intelligent
super beings?
Super beings are like just they were the fittest of fittest.
It's kind of like Halo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Halo lore.
No.
Well, we're talking about Zootopia too. Zootopia 2, actually have not gotten to see this yet. But I will soon. I want to see it. I liked the first one. Mm-hmm. The first one was, it was just a feel-good movie. It had good themes to it about like accepting your neighbor even if he's different than you, type stuff. And it was actually a little bit more bold with what it was trying to say, because we live in a time of a lot of mistrust for people like from other countries. And I think that movie was kind of saying, hey, no, like, we can still treat people like people, And I think that was a good message for the adults, for the kids, for everybody. And it was also funny, it was detailed. It was, it was a really well compiled and directed movie. I think that the second one will be good as well. So if you've seen it, let us know how it is.
Yeah.
I want to see it soon. My brother took his niece to go see it.
You mean your brother took his daughter, your niece?
Yeah, my brother took my niece. Yes, his daughter. Yes. Thank you for clarifying that.
I had some friends who said they liked it. So from the little I've heard good things about Zootopia too.
Yeah. So, and right now it's got pretty good ratings on IMDb. It has a 7.7 out of 10 and a 73 on Metacritic. So, pretty solid all around.
Okay,
it's on pace to be the biggest movie of the year. There's only one more movie this year that I think can threaten that, and we'll talk about that movie later. So Zootopia 2, congrats for a successful 2-week run so far, and wonder what Disney's going to do with all that money. We'll see.
Make another movie.
Buy another mega corporation.
Another $10 million to build another park.
Yes, hopefully. We've been waiting for that 5th Disney park for who knows how long.
Have we? I haven't.
Zootopia extension.
Another Thanksgiving movie was Wicked for Good.
More like Wicked for mid.
Have you seen the movie yet? You can't call it mid if you haven't seen the movie.
No.
That's our rule on the podcast.
That is not our rule.
It's a rule that I'm imposing on you guys. You can't say movie's bad or good if you haven't seen it.
I've had a couple of friends, mutual friends, that have seen it, and we're like, yeah, it's not as good as the first one. I haven't seen it. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
it might be.
You could have just led with that. You could have been like, from friends, I've heard it's not that good, but when I see it, I can make a judgment on it.
Well, I didn't like the trailers, so I just choose to believe it's not as good.
Well, right? I'm biased. To be fair, the first trailer for the first movie was terrible. It was a horrible trailer, and the movie actually was pretty good. So,
like, I trust your judgment.
Like, I'm not a. Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
What other trailers have not been like the best? I remember one of the Avengers trailers had like a Nickelback song in it or something.
Hey, that's good.
Did it? Nickelback is awesome.
What do you got against Nickelback?
Well, I'm not saying like
we all hated Nickelback like 15 years ago, but everybody
I never did.
Everybody just decided, we like them now.
It was like a very 2008 rock trailer where it had like, I don't know, like
or the Linkin Park
something. So it was kind of a fun trailer in a sense, but did it serve the movie the best purpose? Maybe not.
I don't really remember the trailers for the first Avengers.
I think you're thinking of Transformers.
No, there's an Avengers trailer.
I think he's right. I think because there's this one
for the first Avengers.
For the first Avengers,
I know what you're talking about.
It like opens with like the war happening in New York or the battle happening in New York, and you don't really like you couldn't even tell it's the Avengers movie right away.
Yeah,
but
and like when I went back to see the trailer, I was like, really? This was the trailer for Avengers?
Because the trailer for the second Avengers Age of Ultron plays the There Are No Strings on Me song or poem or whatever.
That was kind of like the beginning of when they would take classic songs and then kind of flip them on their head, maybe slow them down or add more hype to them for trailers.
And now the Batman has something in the way.
That's not even a trailer. That's just the start of the movie.
That's just a movie.
Dude, Nirvana.
That's a good pairing, though.
I like Nirvana.
And every James Gunn movie has like 14 punk rock songs in them. So I'm a punk rocker, yes I am.
It's a good song. Great song.
I never said I didn't like it.
You know what? Can we just talk about Wicked for good?
The Wicked for Good has a 7.0 on IMDb. Pretty solid. But a 58 Metacritic. So maybe the critics aren't as high on it.
What do I know?
It's made $444 million off a $150 million budget.
That's $440 million too much.
Dang.
I'm sorry. I'm just talking.
Bro is hating movies he's never even seen. I'm not even a Wicked super fan, y'all. Let's just not judge a movie by its trailer. How about that?
What's the point of the trailer then? Anyways.
Anyway, from what I've heard, though, it's definitely not as good as the second one. That's all you have to say. That's all you got to say. Oh, it's the first one. You gotta preface it with from what I've heard, so you can avoid any sort of accountability for your thoughts and opinions. That's what I've learned over the years.
What I say is objective truth.
We're getting reports. Oh, okay.
We're getting reports. What was that?
I don't know. They had like new songs for this. Like some of them, like the first movie, they were all from I think the Broadway show, but this one has new original music. So
is that where people are like having problems with it?
I don't know.
I remember our friend Zion mentioned that when he left the first movie, he immediately wanted to pull up the soundtrack. But when he left this one, the sequel, he did not feel like the urge or that itch to listen to the music again. That's just one person's account. But
well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not expecting much from it based on what I've heard, but I'll go see it. I'll see it at some point. I'm not in a rush because I know that Wicked and also Zootopia are going to be in theaters for a while, so they're not going to go away. Let's talk about FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which just came out.
Which, honestly, I said this last time, they missed a good chance for a sequel name. It should be Five More Nights at Freddy's.
No.
Don't just slap a 2 on it. Be creative.
What the second game is called. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That's what the second game is called, so the second movie has to be called that.
I get what you're saying. Asher, but
it's not even. It's like Seven Nights at Freddy's. The games.
Well, this game,
this
movie
plus
was
2
like
more.
Maybe one night at Freddy's.
5 nights.
It was like 2 or 3 nights.
2, 3 max.
And sometimes at Mike's house. Not at Freddy's. Most nights at Mike's house.
Yeah. So the movie itself. Okay. Well, let's look at the data here. 5.6 IMDb, 5.6, and a 26 critic. So the critics do not like this movie. It did make $117 million so far as of this recording, off a $51 million budget. So and spoiler, I mean, kind of not spoiler, but there's definitely going to be more of these because they set up more movies. So
there's going to be at least one movie for every game, guys. Just accept it.
How many games are there?
It's like 10.
What?
So basically, Mike Schmidt is the main character, and he like returns, I guess, or he's now raising Abby, his sister. Like,
so at the end of the first movie, he like gets custody of his sister, right? So now this is like a year later, and he's in charge of her, but she really misses her friends. Her friends being the haunted animatronics from the first movie, and she wants to see them again. And do I just explain the plot?
And Josh Hutcherson's like, no, you can't do that because they're dead evil robots.
But they're not evil so much as misguided souls.
And this time the main villain is the what is she called?
Puppet.
The puppet. I forget her name.
Charlotte.
Well, yes, but Charlotte is the one that possesses
the puppet.
It starts with
the marionette.
Marionette. So the movie, I mean, is it that scary? Not really.
It's not scary at all.
It's PG-13 horror. You know, it's designed to sell tickets to like 16-year-olds. But
to 20-some-year-olds.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it was all right. It was pretty good.
What did I give? Can you pull up my? I don't know if I gave it 2.5 or 3 stars.
I think I gave it like 2.5 personally. I don't know what you gave it. But look, I get it. It's not like Citizen Kane. You know, it's not. It's look, a basic. I like Five Nights at Freddy's, the property.
And I
think that it was faithful to the spirit of the games, and I liked it because of that.
Here's the rundown. Here's the rundown, guys. All right.
You give it a 2.5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, the movie, it's really like, actually, it's not good. But if you are a fan of the franchise, you will enjoy it.
Yeah, it doesn't like betray the fan base or anything.
Don't expect it to, like, if you've seen the first movie, you know the lore it's its own story. It's not a directly like based on the games. It's like taking the story of the games and it changes up a lot of stuff, but it has all the details just in a different order and different
characters are different, do different things. Yeah.
Certain characters are villains that are kind of good people in the games. It's all a whole thing. But if you just like the atmosphere of Five Nights at Freddy's, I think you're really going to enjoy the movies. I like the first one. I like this one. I'm almost 26, but this is like from my childhood. These games came out when I was like 14 and 15. I fell in love with it, and I can't help it.
Those little screaming animatronics.
Minus half points because no Markiplier. Markiplier wasn't in it. Matt Pat was.
Matt Pat was the voice of Toy Bonnie.
Toy Bonnie, yeah.
So, which I didn't notice that when I was watching it, but he is in it.
Yeah.
Matthew Patrick.
Yeah. I think the movies know what they are too. They're not trying to like sell you on being like these really well made movies. Although like the effects, like it looks like they use real animatronics for a lot of the scenes. So that's, props to Blumhouse.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything, the music's kind of fun, I guess.
Yeah. And I think, again, it honors the spirit of the games and what it means. And the games themselves never were considered the best games ever either.
They just do something unique.
But they're likable.
They nail atmosphere. This movie isn't really atmospheric. It's just, it gets the vibe. I don't know how else to put it. It gets the vibe. Go watch it if you like Five Nights at Freddy's. If you don't, you probably will not like it that much.
And I think it's bigger. I feel like it's more ambitious than the first movie was. I liked it more than the first movie personally.
I think I still like the first movie more.
I don't think either of them were like that, like amazing, but I do think that this one, I felt like it was more in line with the tone from Five Nights at Freddy's. I feel like I really appreciated. It felt less like of a. I don't know. I felt like in the first one we're just spending a lot of time with characters, which usually I wouldn't complain about. But in this one, I feel like it's more times of just like Five Nights at Freddy's shenanigans.
Yeah.
I felt like we're not spending so much time talking about Josh Hutcherson's dreams and, like in his sadness. Like, I get it. I get what you're trying to do. And I'm a hypocrite kind of saying, oh, they're trying to do character stuff. But I don't know. With something like Five Nights at Freddy's, it seems more appropriate just to lean into what it is. And it's self-awareness. This one felt a little more self-aware.
Yeah.
And so.
I would agree.
But, I respect your opinion if you like the first one more.
I couldn't tell you why I like it more. I just know that
it's just a general vibe.
I just felt like I liked it more. I'd have to see it. I literally haven't seen it since it was in theaters like 2 years ago. But
so, Five Nights at Freddy's. There you go.
5 more nights.
What?
5 more nights at Freddy's.
5 more nights.
Then what would they call Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Asher? Another 5 nights? Oh!
I mean, I feel like you can get creative, so that's an option.
I like Another 5 nights.
Right?
I would vibe
Freddy's would just be like an assumption. Like, you already know at this point it's Freddy's.
Yeah. Fredwards.
Fredwards? Fredbear's Family Diner? That's lore right there.
Well, one movie we recently saw on Netflix and not in the theaters was Frankenstein.
Dude.
Which is a contender for maybe best movie of the year.
That is my best. That is my number one
so far?
movie of the year. I haven't seen Hamnet yet, which hasn't come out, and I haven't seen Avatar.
Hamnet has come out.
It did?
Yeah.
What?
It came out the same week as Five Nights at Freddy's.
I thought it came out this weekend.
It was the Five Nights at Shakespeare.
All right, man.
Weekend.
All right.
That's so stupid.
Well, I haven't seen Hamnet yet as of this recording, and Hamnet seems like a movie I would enjoy a lot. But as of right now, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is my number one movie of the year. It's beat out Weapons and Sinners and The Long Walk. Anyways.
Great. No, that's good. 7.5 IMDb, 78 Metacritic.
They're lowballing it.
Yeah, I feel like that deserves at least like an 8. But I mean, I thought it was just like you. It's up there on my list. I think right now it's so hard because I feel like there's a big 3 right now for the year. It's Frankenstein,
Sinners,
One Battle After Another, and Sinners. I'm just really having a hard time because they each bring different things to the table, and I'm like, I don't know which one's my favorite. I'm waiting for that knockout punch of a movie this year.
Vampires.
I haven't quite gotten it yet.
Monsters. Political commentary.
But anyway, yeah, Frankenstein was Guillermo del Toro, who's a famous director. He did Pan's Labyrinth. He did The Shape of Water. Randomly did a Pinocchio movie in stop motion because why not?
That was also a Netflix release.
So he's kind of got this kind of almost gothic feel to how he directs, which I was surprised with how he shot Frankenstein. It looks amazing. It's like the purest, clearest digital that some of the most clear digital filmmaking I've seen, which usually you don't think of with movie like Frankenstein, right? Because we know the Frankenstein story. Victor Frankenstein is a, overambitious scientist who, wants to avenge the death of his mother by recreating a human life. It's the classic Mary Shelley, one of the greatest novels ever written, right? This dark tone to it. It's in the 1800s. It's got that wintertime gothic dark tone to it, and Guillermo del Toro captures that really well, but in a pristine, crystal clear digital shot, which I was really surprised. And also like how good the lighting is and how we mix that with even like visual effects. Because there's a good deal of visual effects shots. It's not like in a Marvel movie or anything, but you can definitely tell it has a lot of VFX backdrops.
A lot of scenes at the tower.
And I think he does a really good job of capturing the realness, photo realness that came with this style of filmmaking, and making us still feel that kind of darkness and dread, and that are so aligned with the themes of the movie. So that I think was really what stood out to me. At first I didn't know how it felt like it. It took me a while to get to adjust to it, like the style, like the cinematography. Because if I would have shot this, if I was a director, right, I would be thinking like, oh, film. I'd be thinking
gritty, dirty.
It's overcast skies, it's, darkness. But yeah, he's just like bright sun. Let's roll with it.
It was shot. It's black and white, right?
No.
Oh, it's not black and white?
No, it's color.
Oh.
It's very, very rich with its colors.
Yeah, there's a lot of color, actually.
Very rich. Really great. And I think that's highlighted in its production design and costume design, because it takes place in the 1870s or 50s.
50s.
Yeah, well, I think the original novel takes place in the late 1700s.
Yeah,
but this one takes place a little bit later in time. I'm not really sure why they made that choice, but
probably to explain some of the technology. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see what it was shot on.
Dude, the movie was so good. I feel like if you're like, obviously, like you said, everybody's familiar with like the story of Frankenstein, and even knowing kind of how that story goes, I think this movie changes a lot about the story and does enough and expands enough that it feels like a new story, pretty much. Even though the general plot beats. Like,
yeah, there are a few changes they make to like some of the characters and their roles in the movie.
Yeah.
And the events that unfold happen in different ways, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the ending's a little more... I like the ending of this movie better than the book.
Well, the ending is really similar.
It's similar, but I feel like...
It's like the same
I haven't read the book since like high school, but...
Yeah.
Hey, I read it in high school too.
Everybody has. I think. I also just really like how Victor is characterized in the movie. Like, he's kind of like haunted by like this, in his dreams, like this angel of death, I guess. That keeps showing up in his dreams, and he's like determined to like prove his father wrong about I guess the nature of things. and that you could actually bring somebody back to life. And I don't know, it's just really hard to, you can't really describe it. You have to watch it to see like how, I don't know, deluded he is, even though he's right technically, but he's not right in the way that he wanted to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It definitely is like a character deconstruction, like, or maybe not deconstruction, but what's the right word? It's Frankenstein is a tragic character, I think, in many ways. Like, he starts off ambitious, a victim of childhood tragedy, a victim of poor parenting. And I really like how the themes and how the screenplay and the direction and the acting works together to kind of show you how the way that his childhood experience, it mirrors kind of how his monster experiences quote unquote childhood and his growth and development as a person and a character. And you can kind of see how Frankenstein became like his father, despite vowing essentially to not be like him, to do better than he did. He ended up adopting like the same way of living, or at least of how he raised the monster.
Well, what I think is a little bit more interesting, I don't think, like, when you go back and, because like you have this version, like you have Frankenstein telling his story, but then we actually see it, like how it goes. His dad isn't really that awful of a person in the past, but you see Victor blame his dad for his mother's death. And while that might be true, we don't really see that. We don't know that to be true, but we know Victor believes that.
Yeah. So
I think Victor carries on this perception of his father, and that's what he becomes. But I also think like Victor's kind of like, he's like wrong about it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting. I think that's what makes his character so good, is like, he like blames his father for so much, but when the actual times we saw his father, like his father was like a really stern guy, but he wasn't evil. And he wasn't really abusive either. He was like he did hit Victor, but he was like really calm and he was nice to him. And he's like, this, that, and the third. It wasn't like a.
he was. I think he came across. You could have the perspective that he came across as hyper realist. Like,
you can see why
this is how it is, and we're going to be disciplined in getting there. He maybe wasn't the most emotionally open father. He wasn't really allowing Victor to like learn who he was. He was just kind of like, this is what you're going to be. This is how you do it. But I mean, I can see what you're saying. Like, there were parts where it seemed like he was reasonable. And I think that Victor couldn't really see that. He kind of viewed it as like, I'm a victim and I'm going to be better. Like, I'm going to do what my father couldn't do. And he ends up being just like him. And whereas the monster in the end is kind of like the one that I think the kind of person that Victor should have was hoping he was going to be, like learning for himself, becoming his own person. And I think it also opens up themes of like how important like your environment is to how you grow up and who you become. Because the monster learned from like that old blind man.
Yeah.
In this movie. In the other iterations, like he learns from like a girl, I think. But anyway, like he kind of learns how to be his own person. And, he's not. So it's not like who creates him is like what defines him, but it's like how
he chooses to live.
Like his environment growing and how he chooses to live ultimately. Jacob Elordi is amazing as Frankenstein's monster. I mean, he is terrific in this movie. I'm really blown away. He had the best performance of the movie.
It made me cry.
Yeah,
it made me tear up watching it. Him and Oscar Isaac's also really good.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac is good.
Christopher Waltz is in it, not for a lot.
Christoph Waltz.
He's really good too.
And Mia Goth as well, and Felix Kemmerer of All Quiet on the Western Front. So, yeah. So there's a lot of great actors, great cast. I mean, it's a really well directed movie. Not a whole lot to complain about.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think some people have said it's kind of. I think from the reviews like that I've seen that weren't quite as positive, or kind of like, it's just really derivative, and it's like not necessarily like, I don't think they liked the visual style as much, but
You're wrong.
I think Guillermo del Toro did set out to make a faithful adaptation, but it does differ in a lot of ways. I don't know if thematically it really stands out among other iterations. I'm not, and I say that not to its detriment, but just because I'm not as familiar with other movies, at least. And the book, it's been a long time, but
I'm wondering why you said it to be like this crystal clear digital looking movie when like we watch movies all the time that are shot on digital. So I'm curious of what the difference was. Like, I don't know, so I'm like very curious why it came across differently and why it made an impact.
Well, I think you were just trying to say like you expected this to be a little bit grittier looking.
yeah, and I would say it looked like, when I think of Frankenstein, I think of a really dark, like when I imagine it in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, that's in film. Like that's grittier, grainier. Saying. And he shoots us in this perfect imagery, like lots of natural light, lots of, even with the CGI backgrounds, I think they do a good job of incorporating that. But yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, I typically don't like digital as much. And this is honestly the first movie where I looked at digital and I was like, wow, this is like what we should be doing with digital. And I'm sure there are many, many other examples of really great digital cinematography. I mean, there are, like, I'm not, but this was like one of the first one that's just like, no tricks, no gimmicks. We're just going to shoot with really high quality cameras. And I guess it's maybe I'm jaded with a lot of Marvel, a lot of, a lot of like blockbusters that try to make things look as great as possible, but they can never get lighting right. Digital filmmaking in our world is often mixed with a lot of computer generated imagery to manufacture lighting. I don't know. I think another movie, it's been a while. Like, have you seen The Revenant?
Yeah.
I think that was digital, right?
Pretty sure.
It reminded me of The Revenant, like how good it looked. Now, if that's on film, that's embarrassing, what I'm saying right now.
Let's find out.
But The Revenant, I feel like there's just not a lot of like these epic, large-scale movies that
Dune is digital, yeah?
Yeah, but it has kind of like a... It has like this kind of...
They do transfer it to film.
I feel like they try to make it look film-like. So, same thing with the Batman we talked about too, which the Batman looks really good.
Well, both Dune and the Batman, they record on digital and then transpose it onto film.
Revenant was shot on digital.
Yeah, there you go.
I think I don't know, maybe I'm just not educated enough to know like the differences. But when I see something look really crystal clear and like I can tell it's digital versus like something that looks like film, like you can tell a big difference. I can at least tell the difference between digital versus film a lot of the time. And I think it's just a matter of like, I don't know all the techniques of, it was shot on digital and then transferred to film and I don't know all of that. But this was one of the best looking, I guess, digitally filmed movies I've seen, is my statement.
Yeah, I think it's easier, I think, to like see the difference between something that's shot on film and then shot on digital. But then within digital, there's just even a lot in that, because like you'll have sensors that will like process light differently than another brand of camera sensor. And then also like something that I've learned a lot is that just in the lenses that you use can make a huge, tremendous difference. Mm-hmm. Like I've experienced that in like my own life just by using different lenses, that like it really can change a lot, just with like what type of glass you're putting in front of your sensor. And it's like really cool to see those differences. So yeah, I'm wondering too, like with Frankenstein, if because I looked, it was shot on digital, if I remember correctly. I just had it up, but they also had like the lenses listed. So I'm wondering if like the lenses paired with whatever like settings they had on the camera paired with the lighting that they had all just kind of like mixed together to make it feel more like a very clean, digital, pristine image. Yeah.
And I think a lot of reason why it looked really well is just the dedication to the practical sets. You know, I guess it was more of like a sight for sore eyes type movie. Maybe I've just seen so much garbage shot on digital cam, and like I don't mean to discredit people, but it's like maybe it's not garbage, but it's like a lot of movies that we see, because realistically, I mean, most people go to the movies maybe like 3-4 times a year, maybe a little more, I don't know, but probably all of those movies are shot on digital. 2 of them are probably superhero movies. The other 2 are, you know, whatever big movies come out later. You know, so I think a lot of what we see on movies and even TV as well, we see this crystal clear shot, but it's like there's not real things in the shot that are put in there that don't really mix well with this like realistic looking photography. So
I see what you're saying.
I think when you do dedicate yourself to like the real practical sets, Frankenstein, they also used like miniatures for a lot of like the bigger locations with like higher speed photography.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But again, like I mentioned earlier, there was a good deal of visual effects shots in the movie too. So
they just weren't constantly on a green screen set.
Yeah,
the entire time.
Yeah,
exactly.
I wonder if they used the volume at all. The like the stage, like it's the video LED wall that they used for the Mandalorian and for the Batman. It's basically like a green screen, but the background is already rendered, and so like the talent is standing on a stage that they build out to an extent, but then there's an LED wall that basically extends it in whatever 3D world they like build, or it might be a combination of like 3D world building or actual like photography that they shot somewhere else and put together to make it virtual. Because like when you move the camera around in that set, the LED wall will change so that it's keeping perspective with the camera. Okay. So I'm wondering if they did any of that on this film, because that would be interesting to find out.
Yeah, something to research.
Mm-hmm. Well, go watch Frankenstein.
Yes,
9 out of 10.
It's definitely one of the best movies of the year so far. It's on Netflix, unfortunately. So
yeah,
find it on the biggest TV screen you can. Don't watch it on your phone, please.
It's meant for big screens.
Yeah. So,
big screens.
Yeah. So just a few other movies. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. 6.2 IMDb, 50 Metacritic. Made $210 million so far worldwide, though, off a $90 million budget. So it was profitable for them. And guess what? They set up a sequel because that's what I guess people want. Well, people keep seeing these movies, obviously. I thought it had some pretty cool magic tricks in it. But I think the movie like tries to make these characters out to be like, yeah, we're super cool and witty and stuff, but they're actually kind of geeks and nerdy, and you're just like, that's kind of a little cringe, but okay, whatever. Cool magic tricks show up occasionally.
Yeah.
A needless, convoluted plot. But you know what? Hey, wizards. They're wizards. They're not practical magicians at this point. But you know, I think it was fun, I guess.
Yeah, they tend to be very flashy movies too, which I think might be the draw.
Mm-hmm. Jesse Eisenberg showed up to make the paycheck. Woody Harrelson got his paycheck. You know,
I love Woody Harrelson.
The dialogue in it was probably the worst part, I think.
Where they're like, it's magic time. Where they like,
basically, oh my gosh, they would say goofy stuff. I'm like, all right.
Were they like, now cringe. You see me, and now you don't.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Morgan Freeman's in it.
Morgan Freeman.
Bro looks old now, dude.
I'm old.
He's been in the other two as well.
Yeah.
He's like their beneficiary or something.
I don't remember the second one. I don't even know if I watched the second one.
The second one is where they get mysteriously transported to China, I think, or
I thought that was
Japan.
The first one.
No, that was the second one.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, in the first one, don't they do this elaborate teleportation trick?
Maybe.
The first one, I think, mainly takes place all in like the U.S.
I remember really liking the first one when I was a kid, though. I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
You should watch The Prestige.
Prestige. Dang. I will. The Running Man, Edgar Wright. What happened, bro?
Edgar Flop.
Edgar Wright is a great director. The Running Man is not that bad of a movie, honestly. I watched it. It was all right. You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, I thought you saw it, Jason.
No. Wesley saw it. Another friend of mine, shout out Nathan, saw it. They both were like, yep. And I was like, well, I'm not going to spend my Saturday.
I mean, it was...
2 yeps and Jason's out.
It was cool until the last act of the movie was just like kind of lame. But 6.7 IMDb, 56 Metacritic, $66 million so far off a $110 million budget.
Oh.
This has over double the budget that Five Nights at Freddy's has. And Five Nights at Freddy's has made double the amount of money. So
I'll put it like this, Asher. I wasn't like super excited by the trailers or the premise of the movie. So when two close friends tell me that they didn't like love it,
yeah,
I'm not going to go out of my way to see it.
I hear you.
And Five Nights at Freddy's has made double the amount of money in like half the amount of time. Less than half the amount of time.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's, pound for pound, is probably not as good of a movie as The Running Man, but
it's not really a good
The Running Man, it's fine. It's going to be a contender for a movie for that award we do every year of that came out last year. That might be it.
That'd be 2 Glenn Powell movies in a row if you do that.
Dude, Twister's got it last year.
Oh. But I have not seen the trailer for it, but I saw that he's going to be in an A24 movie, so
hey, A24, they set him up and we knock him down.
A24. There you go. They make some good movies.
I say that just because, like, you know, they're the movies that they make tend to perform very uniquely, and so seeing, like, you know, Glenn Powell in it, I'm like, oh, like, I'm curious of what kind of like performance he's going to be doing. You know, I guess in a way comparing that to The Running Man.
Do you know what the movie's called?
I think it's called How to Make a Killing or To Make a Killing.
Oh, I think I've seen the trailer for that.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, yeah, because he plays like he's just a Glenn Powell character. Glenn Powell. I like Glenn Powell, and The Running Man. He's a little bit different as a character, I feel like, than he is in like Twisters or like Top Gun Maverick, but it's not like so much different that I'm like, this guy is, you know, not typecast. No, he's definitely typecast. But I like him. He's really handsome.
We're waiting for his Smashing Machine level performance.
Yeah, we're waiting. Yeah, well, he's not.
That's what I was trying to get at. Like, that Smashing Machine was through A24. So I'm like, oh, Glenn Powell's doing a movie with A24. Like, I'm wondering what kind of level of, you know, character this is type thing. But the two things I think about when The Running Man comes up is when he's like running through an apartment and like he gets into like a guy's living room, and the guy sitting on the couch is like, hey man, you're on Freevee, and he's like watching him run through the apartment or something because like they're recording him trying to survive. And then I remember his friend like using a super soaker to like electrocute all of these guys.
That was funny. Michael Cera did do that in the movie.
That was Michael Cera?
He wiped out like a bunch of guards.
Dude, Michael Cera, unironically, is a really good actor, but he never, like, he was really good in The Phoenician Scheme, which came out earlier this year. And I just haven't, I need Michael Cera to get a leading
He's perpetually
role.
A supporting character.
I know. I need him to be in a leading role. I know he's got like, I know he's a little like funny.
Ever since, well, he was the lead in
Scott
Pilgrim.
But that movie's overrated.
Oh, heard.
He's in some, you know, that skin product company called CeraVe.
Oh yeah, that was a Super Bowl commercial.
He's in Sarah V commercials as Michael Cera, and he's like, I don't know, it was like a play off of his last name. They did some kind of collaboration with him for a commercial.
Nice. This is a tangent, but I have a replica sword from The Green Knight, which is an A24 movie.
I thought you were about to say you have a replica of Michael Cera, just like
I have a 6-inch minifigure of you in my house. What was that?
Tron
the Tron Legacy. Yeah. Well,
I've heard of The Green Knight. I know little about it, but I know what movie you're talking about.
It's like a really beautiful movie, but it's also, I get it if you don't like it.
Well, I have the sword from the main character. It's really cool. It's a full-size replica.
Yeah.
I think. It's really dangerous.
It's definitely one of those art house, like, kind of pretentious movies.
That was back when A24 was, like, really super, like...
Yeah. So,
super
but
what?
At the same time...
Snobby like that.
Snobby like that, exactly.
# episode 1.
Avatar, Fire and Ash comes out.
Yeah, more like Avatar, Water and Dirt.
More like Fire and Asher.
December the 19th, Fire and Asher.
I'm making a feature. Y'all don't know I'm in this movie.
Are you one of the blue people? Are you one of the Na'vi?
No, I just show up and they call me white boy and say I'm ashy, and then I leave.
So goofy.
I would lose it if you were just like superimposed onto the screen on my IMAX screening, and you just go, "Hi, Jason,"
just for your screening,
and then you just walk off. Anyways,
or like you see me in the background, but I don't say anything. Like,
I'm like, what? When'd you find time to film that?
And then they cut back to that shot. I'm gone.
I would be all for that.
Yeah, Avatar comes out December 19th. In a week. It's probably going to be a pretty good movie. Lots of great visual effects. First one, they saved the trees. The second one, they saved the whales.
They did not save the tree.
Are they saving
They didn't save the tree.
They tried to.
They blew it up.
Well, the point of the movie was save the trees.
Uh-huh.
The point of the second one was save the whales, and I guess since this is a volcano, it's like save the volcanoes.
Sure.
Or save the lava. I don't know. What kind of species dwells on a volcanic
What do you think the new
mountain?
MacGuffin's going to be? Because it was unobtainium in the first movie. And the second movie was like whale snot.
Whale blubber or something? Yeah.
And so this movie, it might be the lava. I don't know.
We are saying all these goofy things, but I actually like the Avatar movies. I think they're fun. I think they're entertainment. I mean, the scene in the second movie when they're exploring under the water, it looks so good. It's really crazy good. How good that movie looks with its computer-generated effects.
You madman.
They shot underwater. They actually shot underwater with motion capture.
I know. That's why James Cameron's a genius.
Yeah.
And they covered the top of if I'm correct, they covered the top of their stage, their water stage, with like ping pong balls or something, so that when they would go under, they would have like a more flat color to work off of, and they weren't getting like all of these reflections and stuff. So they covered the whole top with like ping pong balls.
It's crazy the things people think of. So
yeah,
I would never. Some guy was like, we're filming this underwater scene. How can we get the color right? Let's throw a bunch of ping pong balls in there.
It's like you don't want to cover the thing with like a tarp or something, because one, that might black it out, or two, you might drown in there. It'd be hard to get people in and out. What's a thing you could put on there that blocks light, but it's also you can pass through? Yeah. Who just thinks of that?
Yeah. So it was like, think of like when you're filming on a blue screen or like a green screen, like you want your background, whether it's blue or green, like you want it to be pretty evenly lit and consistent, so that you can easily key it out, and superimpose later. So like it was a similar concept for the underwater stuff. So I just think it's cool that they actually filmed underwater for Avatar 2.
And this is
this one they'll film in an actual volcano. That's interesting.
This is the film series that keeps Sam Worthington employed, not unemployed, which good for him.
Shout out to Terminator Salvation.
And also Zoe Saldana's second movie back since winning an Oscar for Amelia Perez. Her first movie back was Elio. She played the voice of Elio's mom, or like not mom, but like aunt or something.
Elio's guardian.
Yeah, because I think his parents died or something.
The lady who's in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, yeah, and she's also the wife of Jake Sully in Avatar.
Jake Sully.
And she like shoots arrows and does cool things
and hisses.
Yeah, she hisses occasionally. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Do I think this is going to be a $2 billion hit like the last few? Probably not.
Yeah, it might actually, though.
But it might actually. Who knows?
I didn't think the second movie was going to do so well because I thought people were like, eh. But then I saw it. I saw it in IMAX with you. Can you believe that? That was like 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago?
2021.
21?
Yeah, Avatar is 2021, I thought.
We wouldn't have seen it.
I think it came out. No, I think it was 2022.
We about to find out, y'all.
Well, I just know we saw it in IMAX together. And I was like...
2022.
I was like, so... I remember being like, I can't believe this is one of the greatest things my eyes have ever seen. Because I just... I want to be a hater so bad.
I feel like it's just weird because they always make $2 billion, but we just forget about them after that. Like, nobody talks about the movies. But they come out and literally everybody watches them. So.
Dude, it's just one of those things that you like. It's because people know, like, that movie can't be appreciated on your television screen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You can eat it Netflix. You have to go see it, and you have to go see it in IMAX. That's why it makes $2 billion.
We're going to be watching everything on our phones soon enough.
Dude,
we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, my phone's over there.
Also, for the Christmas fans out there, the Christmas release this year is Anaconda. Nothing to do with Christmas, but that's like the one big movie coming out on Christmas Day.
That's coming out on Christmas Day of all movies.
Christmas,
or no one's going to go watch Anaconda on Christmas Day.
Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, let's go watch Avatar." That's what they're going to say. Or let's watch Zootopia again with the kids or something.
Yeah,
they're not going to be like.
There were times.
Let's go see Anaconda.
There were times when I was a kid where we would go see a movie again because we would be like. Yeah. With friends or with family, and they hadn't seen it yet, and we were like, "Oh, it was a great movie. Y'all want to go see it? We would love to see it again." Like those scenarios, easy, you know.
People are going to be seeing Wicked. I mean, Wicked's probably still going to be in theaters. Ain't nobody going to see Anaconda. I'm sorry. I know I like Paul Rudd. I like Jack Black, but
this ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it, Chief. So anyway, let's talk about some movie news then.
Yeah, some movie snooze.
Our movie news segment. Already almost an hour in, but
this is the Christmas special.
It's the Christmas. Special. I promise the Christmas parts are coming.
We've been talking about. We're just jolly good fellows.
And if you're watching it, the Christmas special is already happening. We got our Christmas lights. We got our stockings
for me and Asher.
Well, I just only had 2 stockings
for me and Asher.
Wait, what?
Where's mine? You don't get one.
Don't read into it. It's just decoration.
I only had two.
So here's the news roundup here. The Batman Part 2, Scarlett Johansson is in talks to be in the movie. And also Zoe Kravitz will not be returning as Catwoman in the Batman Part 2. So we don't actually know who the Scarlett Johansson is playing. We also don't know if Zoe Kravitz is just not playing the character at all anymore, or if she's just not in the second one. We don't know if she's going to be recast. It seems like she's probably not going to be Catwoman anymore, though. So I feel like that's just a weird announcement to make. Because it seems like there's like the Penguin was definitely setting up Catwoman.
More of her.
Yeah, so.
Did they set, I think we talked about it last time, so forgive me, but did they set her up much in the first Batman?
Actually, no. She leaves Gotham at the end of that movie.
So there is the chance of like she does a spin-off show or something with Sophia Falcone, because that's the character who they set her up to like interact with in the Penguin show. So I don't know. Maybe there's just no space for Catwoman in this movie, or if they're just. Yeah. But I mean, there's also a chance she's just flat out not in the movie, like no longer playing Catwoman.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think she was good as Catwoman. I thought the movie in general. I mean, I've glazed the Batman enough to my friends and on this podcast, but I think like that movie was just really, really good, and like the story how it integrated all the characters was really effective. So, I mean, she was certainly part of that.
Example of a good trailer. I love the Batman.
Oh, the Batman had a great trailer, yeah. So, but she's not coming back. Scarlett Johansson's in this. We don't know what character she's going to be. Might be Catwoman. I don't know. But
doubt it.
Who knows?
Yeah. What if the Batman doesn't take place in Gotham? Hence, Catwoman not being there.
But she left Gotham at the end of the first movie.
What if Batman Part 2 takes place in a place not where she is or not in Gotham?
Clever. Clever.
So, we'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think Scarlett Johansson should play. What character?
A brand new made-up character.
Is there like a I'm just trying to think of who she would be.
Do you think they would do something like the Batwoman? Like, do you think
maybe
they would
she's
actually
like Vicky Vale or something?
Could be one of the Court of Owls.
Yeah, there's so many rumors, but nothing's ever confirmed. It's just speculation.
What's something that we think like Matt Reeves would lean into in terms of characters?
Well, I think the Batman universe is not going to be like a supernatural universe.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be any, characters that have magic powers.
Right.
I think it's. So I mean, I doubt she's going to be anything crazy. I don't know if we're going to see like a Mr. Freeze. People are saying they want to see that, but that just feels a little bit too far-fetched for this kind of world.
If they do, then I feel like it would be a way more grounded version.
Yeah, I suppose it's not impossible to make it work, but I would be skeptical about making that choice.
Like, he might just be a really smart person who knows how to use like liquid nitrogen really well or something, like something that could be believable.
Because his story is he's got like a wife that's frozen because he's trying to like heal her sickness.
Oh yeah,
but
right.
And he also was like did some sort of science accident and now needs frozen suit to survive.
Yeah.
So science accidents. It's just supervillain
101.
Origin 101. We'll see. I mean, I don't think the Joker might be in the movie because he was.
I hope not.
Technically in the first one, but I don't think he's going to be like a big character.
There's not even any news of what is his name, Barry Kogan, whatever the actor's name is, being cast.
Yeah, and I would just be surprised because we've seen the Joker like a lot in the last like 10,
it also
20
got a
years.
negative reaction when he showed up.
So I think he's kind of like his story is already kind of passed.
Yeah.
In the Batman universe, like it takes place like before the first one because he's already in Arkham. So I don't know. I would like to see. I mean, Hugo Strange, Hush, Court of Owls. I think those three are kind of like three we haven't really seen in the movies before. Mm-hmm. And I think they could work. So, we'll see. Yeah. Or it could just be the Penguin. Like, because straight up the Penguin had his own show and is clearly the top dog in terms of the mafia. By the way, spoiler, by the way. But Penguin comes out on top in that show.
He's the top dog.
Go see it. Sorry. What? Well, Jason, you've had plenty of time. I've told you.
I literally just started it though. Like
I've told you hundreds of times to watch.
And I took
over
your
the last
advice.
year. You've had over a year.
I took your advice and I started.
You could have taken my advice 10 months ago.
Yeah, well,
and it would still have been 2 months after I told you to watch it.
You can eat a brick.
I will
eat rocks. Yeah.
So the Supergirl trailer just popped up today. I think the day we're recording, and I think the general vibes was like. All right.
It's a little early for a trailer, passive. To be honest. Like,
it comes out in June of 2026.
I guess we did have a Superman trailer this time last year. So.
Yeah, I think we got it in December or something.
But when that Superman trailer came out, we were like vibrating with anticipation.
Yeah, and like I am excited about Supergirl, but the trailer itself would just, I don't know, it just felt like another Guardians of the Galaxy type tone to a trailer. I'm like, is this all the DC movie's going to be?
I thought... basically the same thing. Like, I'm happy that we're getting a Supergirl movie because we haven't had a Supergirl movie yet. So I'm like happy about that. But I'm going to be honest, like it just felt like they copied Supergirl and just transplanted her into a Guardians of the Galaxy universe.
That planet she was on looks like the place the Guardians live on. And even the big skull thing.
Yeah, and even the pirates or whatever goons she faces in the trailer, like those look like more of Yondu's Ravagers. I'm like, what is going on here?
And James Gunn didn't even direct this one.
But why does it still feel like it's directed by him? There's even like a rock song playing in the teaser trailer, which is I'm not against, but I'm just like I feel like the James I want to be careful what I say. I just feel like the tone and the style is not like it's just there. It's not giving the character a thought. Like it's just they're putting the character in this tone/style that James Gunn seems to be doing with a lot of his projects.
Yeah. I want to see Supergirl and Superman be different movies with different tones.
Yeah.
Like different, like these are clearly different characters. Supergirl is like had essentially the opposite upbringing as Superman.
Well, historically
supposed to be like a foil for him, but also be a hero. Just like somebody who's experienced tragic loss and saw the death of Krypton firsthand. And
I mean, historically, Supergirl is portrayed as like a really like serious character too. Usually, like she's like super like,
almost like stoic.
In the versions I've seen, which is like I haven't read her comics or anything, but portrayals of her in other shows and movies and like the animated stuff, she's always been more like a little naive about like the way things work on Earth, but like, and maybe a little bit more strict in a more like black and white sense of like morals compared to Superman, where Superman's very like do anything to do the right thing. Supergirl's a little bit more like we do the right thing and we also like we punish hard kind of thing. That's how I've seen her written.
Well, because she has a more like tragic upbringing. Because like like I mentioned earlier,
but I've never seen her written really like as like a party girl, which I think is fine. I'm cool with it. I think it might make sense for the Gunverse. But it is a departure from how I'm used to Supergirl.
And I just think it's too similar to like...
Too bubbly?
Like this is like she's just straight out the Peacemaker series or something. You know, I'm like... I feel like what I'm worried about with the Gunverse is everything feels the same.
It's like it feels like,
I don't want everything to feel the same. And I think Clayface is going to feel different next year, which is good. But at the same time, I'm just worried about Supergirl coming out and it's like the stereotype, drunken hero doesn't, find their destiny until they have to step up and then all of a sudden they're nice, I feel like there's just like, I want to see layers to her character. I want to see them explore her tragedy. And it looks like we're going to get some Krypton blowing up scenes.
Skybeam.
Trailer.
Unless that's Argo.
But I just don't want this to feel like the Thunderbolts. I don't want it to feel like...
I like the Thunderbolts.
Well, yeah, but we've already seen it. Like, we've already seen 3 Guardians movies, The Peacemaker, all these same tone type movies.
I think they have the groundwork for it. I think the good... And I'm hoping that the writing is just really good in the movie and we just got a iffy trailer. What I want to see is, with Superman... He did not grow up on Krypton, so he doesn't really, like, yes, he has that weight on him, but he also doesn't really carry a lot of that baggage. But Kara does. So I want to see that. I want to see, like, actually, like, she actually lived there, and she actually lost her people. Clark didn't. and I want to see that difference. Like, unfortunately, I don't know how much of Superman we're going to get in the movie, but I would like to see them interact too. And like, I want to see how that, that forms their worldviews and that forms their morals and their ethics and how that clashes and how that differs. I think that's what I want from this movie. I think we can get it. I think they have the groundwork there. She's like, she's covering up everything with alcohol and partying and all this other stuff. I think that's fun. That's fine. And maybe a little tried and true. But I think if the writing's really good and you really bring that out, I think it can be really good. But I also see this being as like, it looks like she has to care for some innocent person. And it's like, oh, because of you, I will no longer drink and I will do the right thing. Where more I want to see is like, I'm in a lot of pain and overcoming that pain. You know, I want to see that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll have to wait till it comes out. And I will say, like, the visual effects and the lighting in the trailer looked pretty decent. Like,
looked fine.
I think they looked fine. It looked like there was a lot of faceless enemy alien army grunts that get thrown around, which, you know, that's fine.
Guardians of the Galaxy character design.
But yeah, again, like, I'm just hoping this stands alone.
Superman's first trailer didn't look the greatest either. Like, the effects.
Oh, yeah.
And then the movie looked really good.
So. Like, the movie did look weird with everything looked really blue in the trailer. And I feel like it still looked kind of blue.
That's what the coloring, the color grading.
But they fixed all that by the time the movie came out. So any, like, hiccups.
Yeah, and I think we all, like, at least liked Superman. You know,
I loved it.
And Asher wasn't as high on it as you and me, but
there were still things I liked about it.
Yeah, but we all at least
things we like a lot of things.
So we'll see. I'm a big DC fan, so I want this movie to be good. You know.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Superman and the super properties, so I want to see a good Supergirl movie.
What I'm not a fan of.
I want it to be good. Yeah, but just not too jazzed about the teaser trailer right now.
Yeah, well,
just wait until Netflix buys the Warner Brothers.
No.
And then we don't ever get to see superhero movies on the big screen anymore. No. So basically, if you haven't heard, Warner Brothers basically decided to
sell their
go up for sale. So the original plan for Warner Brothers was next year, splitting the company to Warner Brothers. And I think the Discovery is different because they had merged a couple years ago. And I think they were going to split into two different companies again and then go up for sale. But this guy at Paramount, Skydance, is like giving a lot of offers to buy Warner Brothers. So what he ended up doing was starting this bidding war earlier than Warner Brothers had planned. But they realized they were going to make a lot more money if they sold now than if they waited till next year and did their whole split thing. So they're like, okay. So Netflix comes out and offers like $80+ billion to buy Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers agrees to this. But then there's a wrench that gets thrown in the plan where Paramount Skydance does this thing called a hostile takeover, which I'm not exactly sure how it officially works, but essentially they made a different offer. And so their offer is over $100 billion. And also each share is worth more than what Netflix was offering. They're both actually pretty, in terms of like long-term, they're trying to convince, each side's trying to convince the shareholders which one's more lucrative. I don't know. But I don't know all that nonsense. But basically, there's two mega corporations that are trying to buy another mega corporation. And nobody in America likes this other than like the investors
and the shareholders
and the billionaire CEOs. Nobody else on planet Earth is like, oh, wow, I'm glad that Warner Brothers is for sale right now. The company that released the first ever talkie, the first ever movie in the theaters that had talking in it was released by Warner Brothers. This jazz singer is now willing to sell themselves out to Netflix. And to me, that's a tragedy. You know, like these are pioneers in the American Hollywood movie industry. They have ownership over some of the most beloved movies we've ever seen. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, right? Those are only the modern ones. But they have a long history of being one of the best production companies. They have a long reputation for being director-friendly. And Netflix is making a competitive bid for them. They might win the bidding war. They might. And the Netflix CEO has already said that if they do purchase Warner Brothers, expect shorter release windows. They've said that in theaters, I should say, they said that the theater model for like exclusive theater rights is like outdated. He says that we want to get movies to people the way they want to quicker. So they seem to be under the impression that people they would just rather watch all movies at home than go to the theaters. Which maybe that's true for some movies, but I think it's way more complicated. Like movie going habits are more complicated and nuanced than just, you look at a lot of people watching streaming, Mm-hmm. So I think it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo that they're trying to say. The really only thing, at the end of the day, the only thing that these people care about is money. Like they don't care about the movie theater going experience. Paramount Skydance isn't even thinking about that either. I don't think. Now, Paramount Skydance, they're trying to play the role of the good guy here of like, we're going to save movie theaters. And maybe they're right. Like maybe it is the better of the two evils to purchase Warner Brothers. But again, that's just so much of what we watch will be consolidated more and more to fewer and fewer people. And that's just bad that's bad for the economy. It's bad for the movie industry, and it violates 100 billion different antitrust laws. Probably Warner Brothers, Paramount, I think has petitioned the U.S. government, or is like one of the senior officers at Paramount has like spoken to Donald Trump about if Netflix purchases Warner Brothers, like they will own over like 43% of all, I think it's called SVOD or streaming video on demand. Like, so if you're talking about Netflix, HBO, Disney Plus, like all of those like TV entertainment subscriptions, 43% of them will belong to Netflix. And they said that far surpasses the threshold that would be considered like a monopoly. So, which is true.
Yeah.
But also like there's a lot of TV deals and stuff that Paramount Skydance has, and TV deals that Warner Brothers had, that if they merged, they'd also be monopolizing other industry as well. So again, it's just a bleak, especially if Netflix wins this war. Like that's just really sad. Go to the theaters, please. Just don't wait for it to come out. Go to the movie theaters, please.
I've echoed this before, I think, on the podcast, but like, people who stream also go view stream movies. They also go to the theaters, like ourselves. I go to the theater all the time, but I also watch stuff on streaming. I watch movies again after I've seen it in theaters on streaming. So it's really frustrating that a company like Netflix, whom until the past 5 years, I was really positive. I just really liked what they were doing. I loved Stranger Things. I loved that they were developing their own movies and their own shows, and I thought it was fun. But the idea that they want to purchase another company and then basically remove them or limit how long they're in theaters, just taking away something from me. This affects me personally, and it affects you personally too. If you go to the theater, Netflix is one of their co-CEOs, like Wesley said, they're going to limit release windows in theaters from 2 to 3 months down to 1 month. Do you know how that sounds like a long time, but think about it. If you can only go to see the movie on the weekends, all of a sudden that's maybe 6 to 8 days that you are available to go to catch a movie. And if you are busy that month, or you had other things planned, or you just can't find the time, all of a sudden you just, and then Netflix is going to turn around and say, oh, this movie didn't do well in the box office, so we're not going to put movies in the theaters. That's what will happen in 10 years. It is a frustrating reality. On the bright side, I think people are a little fatigued by streaming services with how much they cost. So I'm hoping, the most effective vote is with your wallet. So please, folks, like Wesley said, go to the movies.
Yeah, and I know movie theaters are really expensive too, and like I get it. There's a lot of different factors at play to why movie theaters are declining in attendance, and it's not just what the Netflix guy says is people don't want to go anymore. That's not the reason. People would love to go, maybe if tickets weren't so expensive. And even the movie theater industry is, AMC is, there's not as many like different kind of players out there, but
they raised my A list.
So I get it. There's problems in all forms of this industry, but I just don't see how Warner Brothers, one, selling themselves out at all helps anything, other than a couple billionaires make another $1 billion. That's, really what it's all about. When this guy, the CEO, David Zaslav, came in like 5 years ago or whatever, gutted everything, laid off a bunch of people, canceled a bunch of projects and put them as tax write-offs, and then is now selling it. That's just the classic example of like,
it's sad.
Yeah, that happens to so many different companies. It's just sad. Like somebody just doesn't care about the company that they're owning. They just see it as a form to cash out. And I get it. I'm not naive. Like, that's how the world works. I get it. But maybe that's not how it should, Yeah. And again, it's like, this doesn't benefit anybody other than a very, very small percentage of people. It doesn't benefit us. Like, having a movie release in theaters early doesn't, or leave theaters to come to Netflix doesn't really benefit my life. Like, if it's a movie I really want to see, and if it's a movie that people really want to see, they're going to go see it. They will. It's not like movies are, it's not like nobody goes to the movies. Yes, our numbers are down, but there's a lot of other reasons that factor into that. But we still see movies make billions of dollars. We see single movies. We see Zootopia 2 makes almost $1 billion in like a week. The movies, you can make money at the theaters, but Netflix sees movie theaters as their enemy of their business model, plain and simple. So, they're just trying to wipe out their competition. That's what this is. So anyway, I feel like I'm talking in circles.
No.
It's sad. It's frustrating. I don't have all the details behind all of it. Maybe if I said anything incorrect, hold me accountable for it. But I'm pretty sure we got like the situation.
I think we nailed it.
There's a lot of great videos out there that cover this, that people that actually know a lot about business deals and, I just see that two companies are trying to buy this company that shouldn't be selling themselves in the first place. And the only people that it benefits are people we'll never meet that have ungodly amounts of money. So anyway, I'm not a political guy, I'm not trying to make a political statement. I'm just seeing a simple thing in life that irks me.
Yeah.
I just want to watch my movies, man.
I don't want to see the Batman Part 2 on my iPhone. Like, I just, no.
Maybe if I'm on a plane.
I don't want to see the next generation of DC studios, being in theaters for a week and then leaving,
I do not want to see Dune Part 3 on an iPhone.
And I feel like, too, over the past couple of years, they've been trying, like, movie studios have been trying to make an effort to say, like, hey, this movie's coming out only in theaters. And then,
shout out to Christopher Nolan, by the way.
Yeah. Like, I feel like after the streaming COVID era, there was a little bit more of a resurgence in saying, like, hey, this movie is coming to theaters. Like, please go see it, I feel like they're trying, like, some studios are trying to get
part of that, I think, is Christopher Nolan. He refused, like, Tenet came out during the pandemic. He refused to let it go to streaming only.
Yeah.
He fought really hard to keep it in theaters. And it did well in theaters at the time, so.
And, like,
Spider-Man No Way Home.
The best thing that you can do, the everyday person, is just go to the movies. Go once a month,
Please.
I mean,
Go on a Tuesday or a Thursday.
Y'all got families with 3 kids. It's really expensive.
Just take one of the kids.
I get it.
Including those concessions.
But there's no...
Those concessions are investments. That's what those are.
The best way to appeal to the really rich people is to give them money in the ways that you want to give them the money.
That also benefits you.
So...
Vote with your wallet.
You know, if you want to save movie theaters, all these rich people care about is money. So if the money is in the theaters, then they're going to go there. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway... we can talk about something else now.
Is it
Christmas time? I'm glad we talked about this though.
I like that.
The Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice Awards have announced their nominations. So
was that a part of last time's recording? Did this come out afterwards?
This
Critics'
is new.
Choice was.
Well, there was the AFI Top 10. It was what we talked about last time. We can talk about that again, but the Golden Globes every year are
they're the first.
The first like major awards ceremony of the year.
Yeah.
Celebrating the year's movies. There's the Golden Globes. There's the Critics' Choice Awards. There's the SAG, which is like the Screen Actors Guild. And there's the BAFTAs, the British something
British
Film
American?
and Television.
British Association?
I think it's Association of Film and Television Awards. Or I don't know what the second A is. But BAFTAs... And then the final one is always the Oscars. And
then the Kids' Choice Awards. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, the Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards. The Slaties. How do we forget about the
Slaties? Oh, my goodness. Second annual Slaties will be coming up soon.
Yeah. So the nominations are out. I'm not going to go through all of the awards categories right now for both of them. But basically, the big players this year for winning Best Picture of the Oscars are... One Battle After Another, Sinners, and I think those are pretty much actually the 2 big ones.
Wow.
There's another movie called Hamnet, which is about Shakespeare and his wife and a story about their child like passing away and their grief through that and everything. Frankenstein also is in contention as well. Frankenstein showed up with a lot of nominations. I think Sinners and One Battle After Another, though, got like the most. So there are some snubs in there. There's some wins. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson got a Golden Globe nomination.
Whoa,
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson received a nomination for an acting award.
Let's go.
And I'm here for it. And Emily Blunt for The Smashing Machine.
I was about to say, I'm assuming The Smashing Machine.
Now, they did not get nominated at the Critics' Choice, but they did at the Golden Globes, which it's a little easier to get in the Golden Globes because they split up the categories between drama, and then the other one is comedy/musical. So there's like 10 spots open instead of 5, or actually they do 6 per category. So there's like 12 instead of 6.
They put comedy and musical together. They can't split those up.
I just think there's not enough musicals that come out every year.
Or comedies.
So I wish that they would just do like one award, but
Musities.
But yeah, the biggest nominees are Sinners, One Battle After Another, Frankenstein, Hamnet. Bugonia's in there a little bit.
I loved Bugonia.
What are some others? Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme. Also contenders. Wicked for Good got nominated for like some things, but I don't think that's really going to make it. K-pop Demon Hunters is the front runner to win animated movie.
Makes sense.
So we'll see.
Over Zootopia?
F1 got a lot of nominations.
F1 was so good, dude. I love that movie.
It didn't get like any of the big ones, but it got like, which I think they're big, but they're not like the actor director ones. It got like editing, visual effects, score, sound.
That's fine. Those are well deserved nominations.
So
nice.
F1, something to keep an eye out for those minor awards.
Formula Uno.
Nothing for The Long Walk, unfortunately.
Highly unfortunate. Underrated movie.
I mean, I kind of expected that. I didn't think it would get anything, but
critics be like, "Yeah, I suck."
Weapons, one of your favorite movies.
It was my number one.
Is getting screenplay nominations. It's getting editing nominations.
See,
and it's also getting supporting actress nominations.
You were over here telling me like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could. The best movie of the year. I was like, dude, it is that storytelling. See, screenplay nomination, that just proves what I said.
The critics, I thought it was a really well.
The critics know what they're talking about when they validate my opinions.
Okay, but when they don't, when they validate mine and not yours, what do you do? What do you do then?
Well, then they don't know what they're talking about. So Schrodinger's critics.
Yeah,
depends on the day.
Though, at this point, there's not a whole lot of like clear front runners for a lot of things. A lot of people are thinking like. Paul Thomas Anderson will win.
Sorry, Jason's petting the couch over here. No, there's nothing wrong with that. It tickled me.
It tickled you on the inside. So, Fantastic Four got a nomination for
what?
Production design.
Really?
Yes.
Superman.
That's awesome.
Got one nomination for visual effects.
Really?
Yeah. And that's it for the superhero movies. Thunderbolts got zero, zilch, nada.
Nothing for like practicals for Thunderbolts?
Gosh. I can pull up the Critics' Choice ones.
No.
If you really want me to. But
it's fine.
Fantastic Four does deserve Best Production Design. Or a Production Design Award.
That you think they deserve the award, not just the nomination?
Yeah.
Well...
I don't disagree.
I said best. I'm just saying, they did great on the production design, and we even talked about it.
I agree
on our episode of that movie.
I really like the way that movie looks.
Yep. I'm happy that that's getting recognized.
Tron, zilch, zero, nada.
That is.
I think it should get visual effects
or soundtrack, original score.
I mean, what got visual effects?
What are the original scores there?
Avatar visual effects, yeah.
Okay.
F1, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankenstein. I don't know if Frankenstein needs to be there, but Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Okay, that is a really good.
Sinners.
See, over Tron.
Sometimes they just put things like I love Sinners the movie. It's a great movie,
but it's not a visual effects heavy movie.
What was the last one? Oh, Superman. Yeah,
I'd put Tron over Superman. Easy.
So
Tron's a better looking movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to.
What about score?
Score?
Original score.
Hans Zimmer F1.
Okay, yes. Fine.
Frankenstein. Great. Hamnet. Good. Marty Supreme.
Haven't heard it.
One Battle After Another, and Sinners.
Sinners should be.
Sinners is probably going to win.
But you could put the Airy soundtrack over some of those.
So what they do with Hans Zimmer is they just give him nominations every time he makes a movie.
Good.
Just like they do with John Williams.
His F1 soundtrack is really good.
I don't think he's going to win. He might not even get an Oscar nomination, but...
That is such a shame, dude. That Tron Airy soundtrack...
Warfare did get the sound nomination, though.
That's good.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's cool. Sound design.
If you ever want to hear cool explosions...
If you want to just hear guys screaming.
28 years later with the hair and makeup nomination. Ballerina, Best Stunt Design. We're getting a Best Stunt Design Oscar. Not this year, but next year will be Stunt Design. Critics' Choice has it. So, Ethan Hawke with a nomination for Blue Moon.
Oh, I was going to say
not for
Black Phone 2.
Not for Black Phone 2. I'm trying to think of movies we've seen. Wow. F1 got a lot.
I haven't seen any movies.
F1 got 7 nominations at the Critics' Choice. Cinematography, editing, effects.
Cinematography.
Stunt design, best song. Ed Sheeran has a song in F1, apparently.
Does he?
Score and sound. Frankenstein got
11. All those nominations sound good to me. For F1, F1 cinematography, all that, that movie has... F1 has the whole package.
Sinners led the way, 17 nominations. That's everything, basically.
Okay, Ryan Coogler. I see you.
Stunt design for Sinners. Yeah, sometimes they just vote for the movies they like, just in every category. Oppenheimer literally got every nomination other than, best song or best visual. It didn't get best visual effects because I don't think they counted it. What? In that category.
Because he literally set off a bomb.
Because he said, we don't use visual effects in this movie.
But it's still visual effects. A bomb is a visual effect.
What he said was we don't use... I don't think there was any computer-generated effects.
But don't
everything was literally shot on a camera.
But don't they include practical and... all kinds of visual effects for that award.
The studios might just be like must have.
They did back in the day, but now it's just like
computer generate bomb.
Yeah, Dune got it last year.
It did. One of the few things it won.
Best, yeah. Anyway, so those are the nominations. I'm happy for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Dwayne.
So that's it for our news segment. We can get into our Christmas
stuff
portion. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thank you.
So do we want to do those first or talk about our traditions first? Or
let's do our listener movies.
You want to call Kevin first?
No, let's play the ones we have.
Okay.
I
So
don't remember my recommendation from last.
So we asked some friends who listen to the podcast if they would send in a voice memo of their favorite Christmas movie and why. So we have 2 that we're going to play, and then we tried to get one from Kevin, Jason's brother. Wasn't done in time. So Jason offered to call Kevin on the recording. So we're going to do that after we respond to our first 2.
He answers the phone.
Yeah, kind of awkward if we didn't.
He just like puts you to voicemail. So the first one is from Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for sending one in. For context, Thomas is a friend of mine who is now a friend of all of ours.
Hi, Thomas.
Speak for yourself. We were enemies when I first laid eyes on him. No, I'm just kidding.
He was one of 3 other guys that we went to go see the re-release of Revenge of the Sith with. So yeah, shout out to Thomas, Corbin, and Sam. That was everyone, right? It was them 3 and then us 3, 6 people. Yeah. So yeah, he sent in his recording for his favorite Christmas movie. So we'll listen in and we're gonna chat about it.
Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time caller here. My favorite Christmas movie is Iron Man 3. Now, I know this is one of those debated Christmas movies. This movie could have been set at any other time and it still would have made a lot of sense, yes. But it was set at Christmas time, and I actually think that was an important choice for it to be set at Christmas time, because I think the larger metaphor the movie was trying to explain is that all the stuff, the reason for the season, all of the extra things around the holiday, sales, gifts, Black Friday is not what's most important. If you watch the arc of this movie and view the arc of this movie and the greater arc of Tony Stark, in this movie he is consumed with all of his suits from all of the events that the Avengers have gone through. It's just consuming him. He can't sleep. He keeps obsessing over all of the different things that he's trying to do and save people from and accomplish. And you see that he has made so many different suits, but he's lying about it because he's lost control. And in this movie, you see how everything gets stripped from him. He loses his house. He loses his relationships. He crashes out in the middle of nowhere. He loses his lab. He loses his cars. All of these things get taken from him. And he ends up talking to this kid. They work on the suit, right? And there's this redemptive story at the end where, yes, he wins and is victorious, but then he gets rid of the suits, clean slate protocol. He realizes that Iron Man isn't all of these things, this protector. Like, the true identity is that he is Iron Man personally. And at the end, he decides to take the arc reactor out, this thing that he had been dependent on, and get rid of that because he is whole by himself. That's why Iron Man 3 is my favorite Christmas movie. I think it's a great metaphor for the holiday season, and the true reason for the season is something greater than all of the other things.
Very insightful.
Did not see this one coming. So a nice fun surprise for your answer, Thomas.
You know what the best kind of prize is?
What?
A surprise.
Not a misprize.
A misprize.
Or just like a new house or something. That'd probably be a great prize too.
No, but
anyway,
I really like. I was listening to you, Thomas, and I was just thinking about like Tony's progression from in the first movie being in a cave, not really having anything to rely on except himself, then building the suit, the first version, and then like through the movies, finding him continuing to evolve the technology and see its power and its capabilities and its use, to then like basically reach the climax of basically his obsession in Iron Man 3. Like if you really watch it, it does very clearly just depict how deeply involved he is with his armor, with his gear. He's just like infatuated with it. He's completely wrapped in it. And I think that basically his arc that happens later and throughout the movie is really beautiful in the sense that like a good comes from it, you know, like what you said. So I like your answer. I really do. And I am one to freely accept it as a Christmas movie.
I too like your answer, Mr. Thomas. I am a huge defender of Iron Man 3. I feel like it's an unpopular movie amongst the Marvel films. I think it's kind of better than Iron Man 1. Look, Iron Man 1 has a really big problem called Giant Robot Jeff Bridges. Some other YouTuber came up with that.
It's not worth it right now.
Giant CGI Robot Jeff Bridges, something like that. Look, Iron Man 1 is a really good movie. It is a really good movie. It does fall apart in the third act, though. You know what doesn't? Iron Man 3. In fact, it comes together in the third act. It still has the big bombastic third actiness of all the Marvel movies. But by that point, the whole movie is kind of big and bombastic. Not the whole movie, the Marvel. But I agree with you. I think Tony's arc is really interesting. Just throughout the whole MCU, I think this is a crucial moment for his character. If you really choose to ignore what happens in Age of Ultron, where they undo some of the legwork here. But like his whole character throughout the entire MCU is just like him battling himself. Mm-hmm. And maybe his negative image, or trying to overcome this idea that he's like some sort of selfish guy. And some people might say that the third movie is a retread of the first in terms of the themes, but I don't really think it is. I think it just kind of breaks things down on a more personal level with the third movie. And I think that's what makes it different. And part of why I think it's a slightly better movie, you know?
You were saying that what's also cool to see is that Tony was so confident. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is like due to his arrogance, but I'm also seeing it as like he was so confident in his suits, in what he created, that he publicly said, "Hey, this is my address.
Yeah,
come and try me." And they did. And they won, essentially, in that moment. And so, like, having that really rattle him, I think really just sets the movie off for a tone and a character story that really delivers, I think.
I agree.
I haven't seen the movie in like 10 years. But I remember liking it. I think it's... here, let me pull it up. My MCU ranking.
It's got a good Iron Man score theme to it. It's like...
I got it at 21.
21 out of
37.
It's kind of low.
But honestly, I need to rewatch it because I haven't watched it in forever. I'm just going based off of memory from 10 years ago, which is a long time ago. But I didn't even remember that was a Christmas movie until I heard the recording. So I I don't really have much to say, guys.
That's okay.
It did come out in like May of 2013.
I remember he had like PTSD.
Yeah.
He was dealing with that. And then he met the kid.
And the kid.
And then he fought Guy, what's his name? Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
He fought Guy Pearce at the end, who was the real Mandarin, because the fake Mandarin was Ben Kingsley. And everybody hated that, but I thought it was kind of funny.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
And then I thought Pepper. I thought Pepper Potts died, but she didn't.
She just turned orange.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember the context of that, but there was a lot of different suits and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, I did enjoy. I thought it was fun when I first saw it, watching Tony like jump from suit to suit in the final act, because of how quickly he would jump to one scenario to the next and like need that suit's capabilities or whatever. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I'm also thinking now, like, whoa, they probably had so many different toys they sold. Just like every Iron Man suit probably was a toy on the Marvel aisle in Target or something.
And I want to buy them.
When I was a kid, I had from the second Iron Man movie the triangle, the arc reactor with the triangle in it. That was my favorite toy that my parents hated. It came with like a little thing, like a little cup plate thing that you'd put under your shirt, so that way it'd snap on top of your shirt. Except the thing was so heavy, it would just pull your shirt down.
That's hilarious.
But I love that thing. You would go psh, and it would go.
It would turn all of your crew necks into V-necks.
Pretty much.
Quick tangent off of that. Do you guys have a favorite Iron Man mock suit?
Yeah, it's like the Mark III.
Oh, Mark. Sorry.
I don't remember all the different
Mark
marks.
3 or Mark 7.
What's the coolest one? I like the one he has in Iron Man 2.
Where it comes out of the
suit one?
briefcase?
Well,
or?
I guess I like his suit up scene in that one when it comes out of the briefcase.
Yeah.
I think that's the Mark 4.
I just think he always looks cool. I don't know. I don't have a favorite.
See, I'm not a big fan of the nano suits from the Endgame and Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like him.
What
about the Hulk one?
Hulkbuster?
Oh, Hulkbuster.
That's pretty good.
Well,
Veronica.
he gives Bruce Banner one because he can't turn into the Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
That was a cool one.
And it was funny, too, because he was trying to, like, use it, but he would, like, fall over.
Well, see, what I miss about... the reason I don't like the Infinity War and Endgame ones is they just... Like, before, when it was his older suits, the mechanical, like, chunk, clink, clunk, clunk of different weapons coming out, the tactileness felt really real.
Yeah.
And it looked cooler, it felt cooler. And the whole liquid nanobots thing, like, yes, it's fun, but you lose a lot of the tactileness. It's way too clean now. It's no longer this mechanical, like, kerchunk, poo, cling.
It feels more
thing.
fantastical.
When he's, like, he no longer needs the mask to flip up to see people. It just... I don't like that. I think it loses its magic, even though it's more fantastical. But the Mark III suit, that's the suit he has at the end of Iron Man 1. And then the Mark 7, I'm pretty sure is the one from Avengers. I really like that one. I like the suit up scene in that movie where it shoots out, like connects to his wristbands.
Is the Mark III the first one that's
Red and gold.
Red and gold.
Because Mark 1 is the one he builds in the cave. Mark 2 is the silver one.
Yeah.
And then Mark 3 is the red.
What about the one where Rhodey's like, next time?
That's the Mark 2. That's the Mark 2.
That one's cool.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think my favorites are the Mark II and the Mark III.
I do like the Mark
I specifically remember just being so...
It was cool. I was like in awe.
Like, it was all silver, and then when the Mark III came out, it was like, yeah, but now it's gold and red.
Yeah.
Like, both are really cool to me, and I'm on the same page with you, Jason. Like, I like just the tactileness of those ones, and like, I can still distinctly remember the sounds that his suit makes, and like connecting that with Iron Man's presence.
And you don't get that in the later in the final two Avengers movies that we had.
Like in Iron Man 2, remember when him and Rhodey have the fight
That is
in his house, and like
goodness.
they're hitting each other with
yes.
like barbells and stuff, and like you hear those clunks. It's like it's
And they
crazy.
sound heavy when they walk.
Yeah,
You just don't get that with the newer suits. I'm sorry. They're cool, he gets cool weapons, but give me an old chunky metal suit any day.
Or as Jeff Bridges would say, give me a what?
Giant.
Box of scraps.
Oh, a box of scraps. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
So, thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, we talked a lot about the suits. But
sorry,
it was also meaningful what you said about the reason for the season.
The reason for the season, baby.
Hey, the reason for the season. All right, so...
I sent it to you on Instagram.
Yes.
Season for the reason.
We played the second one. Should we play the first one?
I'm going to play the first one. The first one has a bit better audio in terms of background noise.
Okay.
So the second one is from Jason's, well, it's both of y'all's friend.
John Gabriel.
Yes. Context on him.
Yeah. Mr. Wesley. John Gabriel. I didn't work with him at Chick-fil-A, but Wesley did. And I worked with Wesley at Chick-fil-A, and he introduced me to Mr. John Gabriel. We played D&D together. Then he moved to New Zealand
for a while.
And now he's in Montana. So we miss you. We hope to see you again soon. But we'll hear you right now.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Hello, my name is John Gabriel Luther, and my favorite holiday film is Home Alone 2. I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I always preferred the second Home Alone as to the first one. I don't know if it was just the one that I had more readily available, but I definitely watched the crap out of it as a kid. I would find myself laughing at the, albeit pretty violent, tendencies of Kevin defending himself against the sticky bandits, Marv and Harry. But it's a different take on the Christmas classic, I think, of finding joy in the family that surrounds you, because in this case, Kevin's family's not there, and he has to find the joy in the Christmas season in the least likely places. And I think that's something special, because other movies don't really do that. But yeah, I really like Home Alone 2.
Nice. I like it.
Something in my memory.
Do, 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 do.
So why are all these people picking movies I haven't seen in like 10 plus years? For these makes it hard for me.
You're notorious for not having seen anything before 2017.
Hey, that
we've been working on it though. We've been working on it. We've been
there's
chipping
just
away
a lot of movies that exist.
Yeah,
it's just hard. It's hard to see
and
all
a lot
of them
and
rewatch them.
And a lot of them, mind you, have been distributed and made by Warner Brothers. So, yeah. Just so you know, listeners, Warner Brothers, they've done stuff.
I shed a tear.
I don't know if they did Home Alone 2, but maybe they did.
I think Home Alone 2 is... Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well...
I really like Home Alone 2. I think I've been on record on here before saying that I think it's really just the first one, but New York. But to that point, the first one is a really good movie. I think it does do some things differently. I don't... maybe it's enough to like really feel different. In my head, they're like one really long movie, just split over 2 different Christmases.
Part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah. But I didn't even know there was a Home Alone 2 for years as a kid because my grandparents only had the first Home Alone, and it came on TV one time or something, and I was like, oh my goodness, there's a second one. And I was like, you know when you just discover something new, especially as a kid, you're just really excited. So if there was a while there where I only watched the second Home Alone for like a couple years. But these days I circle back to the first one. I really like the vibes of the 2 movies. I like the wet and then sticky bandits.
Yes.
They are hilarious. Joe Pesci and guy whose name I can't remember are some of the funniest dudes to ever grace the silver screens. And also Macaulay Culkin, excellent child actor. I know you had a rough patch there, bud, sometime after these movies, but you came back around. So shout out to Macaulay Culkin, who's not watching this.
Yeah, and I also just think about like the actual stunts of these movies. Well, if we want to focus on Home Alone 2, like the stunts are worth talking about because you know this is at a time where it's, hey, we got to figure out a way to do this practically, and so I'm sure there were a mixture of techniques, including stunt doubles and just clever camera angles. And
I think they really just hit the actors with bricks.
So when we first recorded this, what were the conspiracy theories about this? Wasn't there like...
in his second version of the video, which we did not play, he says he subscribes to the conspiracy theory that Kevin is blank. I don't remember.
A young Saul.
Oh, Saw from the
Saw movies.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I see what I was like. A young Saul,
a dark theory.
A young like Better Call Saul.
No, that's not Saul.
Saw, SAW.
I mean, wouldn't surprise me with all the evil and. I mean,
timelines
that's birth of a serial killer kind of stuff.
Timelines don't line up because young Saw. In the first movie, 9/11 is happening of the Saw movies. So
I mean, one could argue that
unless he grew up really fast,
one could argue that Kevin is just being
a trickster,
resourceful, and trying to save his life.
That is true.
He's burning their heads off, like literally lighting them on fire, stabbing them with the nails, hitting them with paint cans.
The other conspiracy theory was that the bird lady is Piers Morgan. That's right.
That's what you brought up last time. I was like, what the... Bro, but she does look like Piers Morgan.
I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. That's funny. It's funny though, like, okay, here's the funny thing about the pigeon lady and the neighbor from the first movie. Like, Kevin has every right to believe. No, he has every right to be scared because every time they show him on screen with them, they're like giving him a super scary look.
They're like,
he's got like a big old shovel in his hand.
And it's like, yeah, I totally understand. And it's like, only when you actually talk to them, they're super nice and you understand. But it's like so funny that they give him those super scary looks. And I'm just wondering, like,
why are you guys looking at Kevin that way?
Yeah, it's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those are definitely great movies for sure.
Yeah.
Well, shout out John Gabriel. Thanks for agreeing to this.
Yeah. Thank you, John Gabriel. Thank you, Thomas. Merry Christmas to you both. So, are we wanting to do our third one now?
Let's try to call Kevin.
You call him.
Better.
I don't know. My phone's over there.
Better call Kev.
Oh, okay.
That's why. No. Wait. That's why I asked you if you had his number. Is your phone about to die? I see it's low.
It is low. Here, we'll just stop the timer.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay.
Oh, shoot, we gotta.
Well, we don't need to stop.
Wrap this show.
We don't necessarily need to stop the timer.
We gotta wrap the show up soon, boys.
No. We can keep going. Remember, we started late. The timer's wrong.
I'm going to also record. So like. Basically, put his mic, put your phone next to my phone, so that I get like a recording that I could use.
This is how the professionals do it.
Oh, I forgot I was.
This is
I
how
put my phone on airplane.
This is how professionals do it when they find out they're calling someone.
This is the
live.
This is
30 minutes before.
The joy of Hello, Kevin the brother.
Hello, yeah, this is him.
We are not live, but we're recording an episode. So I tasked you with this for like 2 weeks to record a prompt about your favorite Christmas movie or some memories associated with it or why you like it, and you failed to deliver. So I'm having to bother you at work here, bud.
Yes, this is correct.
Yeah, just wanted everybody to know that. So could you go ahead and give us a Christmas movie? Give us some sound bites here.
Okay, well, so I had two answers for this question. Now really, upon thinking about it, I kind of have three, and then I also have a question to ask. There's a total of three answers here. The answer that I wanted to choose as a joke was Iron Man 3. Because it's got that Christmas spirit, you know.
Already taken.
Yeah, I know, but it's just got that Christmas. It's got that Christmas energy, you know. And I feel like that's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
My serious answer is The Holdovers. It's a great movie. It's shot fantastically. And I feel like the character development that happens within that movie is really good. And I feel like it's a very wholesome Christmas story. And I think everybody should watch The Holdovers. And my third answer, and this is more of a sentimental thing, is Tron Legacy.
Ooh.
That's not a Christmas movie.
And the reason I say this is because this is when I'm going to ask the question, what even is a Christmas movie? Christmas is in the movie, or is it the feeling of Christmas surrounded by the movie? Because Tron for me is a Christmas movie. The day before Thanksgiving, me and my brother sit down and we watch Tron. And that to me is peak Christmas.
I appreciate that answer, brother. I agree with you. It is a very warm and fuzzy feeling film to me that I adore a lot. And I glazed it on this podcast when we reviewed it.
Exactly. So I feel like I'm going to ask everybody, like, what even makes a Christmas movie? You know?
We will answer that. Unfortunately, I'm going to hang up on you so you can't defend yourself when we talk about this. But I love you.
Right.
And thank you for answering my phone.
Thank you, Kevin.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. So
I'll just keep the timer here for now.
yeah.
Iron Man 3, Mr. Thomas, I'm sure you would love to know that you were not alone. My brother.
Isn't that something?
That was crazy. He actually told us this because my brother watched a movie with us that we're about to review. I'm not spoiling it. Maybe I am. So I thought that was really funny.
It is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. But The Holdovers, really good choice. I love that movie, man. I watched it for the first time I think I watched it last January, like right after Christmas. And man, that's another movie that doesn't make me cry, but you just feel warm and fuzzy watching it. And it's not really a kid-friendly movie. It's got a lot of language. But like my brother mentioned, the arc that your two main characters go on is so beautiful and well written. I recommend everybody watches it over the age of 18. Over the age of 18.
Paul Giamatti's amazing. The Holdovers. Dominic Sessa is the kid. He's awesome. Davine Joy Randolph as the lunch lady. Amazing. Just a really great trio of characters at the middle of it all. It feels like Christmas. It's like Jason said, maybe viewer discretion advised, but I think it's a really wholesome movie. I mean, it's not like, I'm not going to say a feel good. It's kind of, the ending isn't like 100% like good, but in terms of like feeling nice, but it's got a good ending.
Yeah.
It's just,
it doesn't have like an ending where everybody wins, but it has an ending that like makes sense. And it still like feels good to watch.
Yeah. And it's a movie about like how sometimes Christmas is not a great time for everybody. And it's not this idealized holiday, but it's like there's real people that go through real things, and they're just all trying to like be happy during Christmas time, despite their circumstances. So yeah, it's a really good movie.
Nice.
As far as Tron Legacy,
we have a whole episode on that.
I mean, nobody gave me unique authority to dictate what's a Christmas movie or not, but the movie is not a Christmas movie.
We can answer that question though.
Yeah.
And that can lead into our traditions here as we wrap up.
Yeah, we got to get this going quick. But
yeah, so we all have talked about Tron Legacy too, and
we have a whole episode.
We have 2 hours.
A whole
about
episode.
It. 4 hours if you count Aries, because we talk about. I'm not going to talk about the movie here, but and I mentioned this tradition before, where I watch it every year, the night before Thanksgiving with my brother. I know Thanksgiving isn't Christmas, but I have my Christmas decorations up early November. When I host Thanksgiving at my house, we have our Christmas tree up. To me, it's the precursor to Christmas. You know, we have family over. So I share that same sentiment with my brother. And what makes a movie a Christmas movie? Does Christmas have to be in it? I don't think it necessarily does. I think it just has to be something you do with your family every year. Because families watch all kinds of things every year. Like Harry Potter. I know some of those movies have Christmas going on in them, but my cousin, he heavily associates Harry Potter with Christmas. And I don't. I think of it more as Halloween. But I get that. It's something he watched every year. There's some of the movies take place during the winter and have the Christmas scenes and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Like for me, Doctor Who is a Christmas show. Only because I watched it for the first time around November, December, January with a friend. And to me, that's a very Christmassy thing. even though most of the show has nothing to do with Christmas. So I think that's what makes a Christmas movie a Christmas movie. It's how you spend time, like how you watch it with your family.
I think I might be on a similar page. Like when I think Christmas movie, like when we sent out this request for y'all to send something in, like I thought more, I think thematically Christmas movie. And I think for myself, I tend to lean towards the side of, oh, this is a Christmas movie. Like I tend to find myself wanting to find like thematic ties, even if there's not Christmas in it. Like, does this movie take place during winter? Does this take place like in the Arctic? Like stuff like that to kind of pair with the things that I think go with Christmas season, I guess. But I totally like understand if there's a movie that say is like full on summer movie, you know, like say Jaws. Like if Jaws is a Christmas movie to someone because of the fact that, you know, they watch it with their family and they do it after Christmas dinner or something, like that's totally reasonable for sure. Because like that's their unique Christmas experience. So great question, Kevin, but also great answers.
I mean, Christmas movies, to me, typically are just movies that take place during Christmas and have Christmas themes.
So Die Hard?
I have not ever seen Die Hard, but from what I hear, it is a Christmas movie.
Another movie before 2017.
All right. I quit. This is my moment of Jason has ruined me completely.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sending in and giving us feedback and answering calls. Yeah. Good stuff. So we still have to do recommendations.
Well, what about Christmas traditions?
Do we want to still hit Christmas traditions?
Yeah.
I can be concise with it if we're trying to be.
Yeah, we got to speed run this, fellas. We're speed running Christmas traditions. We're just going to go through real quick what are our favorite things that we do with our family. And friends. For me, I don't do anything crazy that most other families don't, I guess. But yeah, we're just having the family together, opening presents and going to eat good food with family. My mom usually makes some sort of turkey or ham or some combination of the two mixed with other sides.
So like a tam?
Yeah, or a herky. I don't know. That sounds like a bad word, but I don't.
You could say turkey.
Yeah, maybe.
My family did a turducken one year.
Okay.
And it was the first time I ever had a turducken.
That's good.
Turducken-dia. You put it on a quesadilla.
That sounds awesome, dude. I want
that
one
actually
of those.
does sound pretty good.
Yeah, but I really, really enjoy Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. I like the cold weather, hot chocolate, spending time with family.
I love me some hot chocolate.
Yeah, I really just like the time off work.
Hey.
It's like a mini vacation for me, especially this year because I'm getting married. I'm going to be there's going to be a period of 2 or 3 weeks where I'm not going to be working.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll run out of money.
Broke
Who knows? But that's why you just got to subscribe so we can monetize ourselves. Just so I can make money. Because that's all I care
Just
about.
enough so that Wesley can get something.
Yeah.
Jason and I will give our shares to Wesley.
Yeah.
They're doing this for free. So anyway.
Free. Anyways.
You guys get paid for this?
It's not as novel anymore because now you guys already know what I'm about to say. But every year, when I was starting on December 1st, when I was 16 or 17, in the Discord server I have with some friends, we did this thing
I forgot it.
called the Festive Firearms Brigade. And please keep in mind, I was a teenager. We were all teenagers when we were doing this, but we would pick a gun, real or fictional, and put a little Santa hat on it in front of a wintry or Christmassy type background and make that our profile picture. And we would be the festive blank. Like this year, I'm the festive volcanic rifle, which is a real rifle, predecessor to a Henry repeating rifle, I'm pretty sure.
A Henry repeating rifle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is
so a Henry repeating rifle.
No, well, this isn't the volcanic. I think is a single shot.
You should do the ray gun from Black Ops.
But it's a Henry repeating rifle, right?
Why do you keep saying that? Is there a joke I'm missing? Yeah, the volcanic. Well, the volcanic repeater is a predecessor to the Henry repeater. I'm pretty sure.
Does it shoot volcanoes?
No, I think it shoots like Colt 45. I don't know, man. Okay. I'm not a gun expert. I don't know about guns.
It'd be cool to have a gun that shoots volcanoes.
But every year, me and my friends do this, and we become the festive firearm brigade. And it's a childish thing, but we keep it alive because it's fun. We do it every year. I love it. It's a small thing. It's a small thing that we do. I've been doing it since I was like 16, so it's been like 9 years. This is like the 9th year we've done this. Maybe 17, so maybe like 8 years. I don't know.
Festive firearm brigade.
My favorite gun from Halo is the Needler, so if I did it, I would be the
festive Needler. See, that's a good gun. That's a good choice. Oh my gosh. See, you guys
what about the Gears of War gun with the chainsaw on it?
Yeah. Everything is an option. Everything is an option.
Or just...
shout out to Nathan and Caden, who don't really watch this, but...
Nathan and Caden. Their friendship name shall be Cathan.
Cathan.
I always hear...
Nathan.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. I know you guys don't really watch this, but I'm going to clip this and send it to you anyway. So, that's my tradition. I have other traditions with my actual family, but this...
Not my actual family.
Caden and Nathan are my actual family, actually. You guys are my family.
The boys.
Yeah. I'm going to switch it up. This is a tradition that we have started, not hope to start, is Lourdes and I will make homemade hot cocoa. And these two fellas are witnesses to that tradition.
The beneficiary.
You don't got to do nothing but show up.
That stuff was good, bro.
Oh, yes. That's so happy to hear. Man.
I was dreaming about that hot chocolate. I was waiting a whole year just to taste it again. Asher sent me the recipe last year, and I did not make it myself. I was like, what?
What'd you make it in? Was it the crock pot?
We made it in our Instant Pot.
Instant Pot.
Yeah, but you can also make it like on the stove in a pot as well. I think Lourdes and I started this last year. It was either last year or the year before that. But last year really hit it off and I think solidified it as a tradition because, one, we made hot cocoa for like our podcast movie watching, our actual podcast recording, like when we would get together. And then we would make it for, like a Christmas movie watch.
Yeah.
And so like I just love, one, how tasty it is, but also two, just like how much warmth and joy it brings to like the time I'm spending with the people around me. And I just love it so much. And I just like that we're like making it. Over the years I've grown to really enjoy like making things at home and like making it from scratch. That's been like a fun journey with my wife. So like making homemade hot cocoa is a banger, and that's our tradition.
Well, I thank you for that.
Which actually there was a little bit left over from the other night, and Dang. Lourdes turned them into icicles. Or she put the rest in an ice tray in the freezer, and so they're little popsicles now. So if y'all want to try one before we leave.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Chocolate popsicles.
Chocolate pops.
Well, I appreciate the merriness and the jolliness and the holliness of all of this. We normally do recommendations, but I think like
can we just list what we
I think it's a good, I don't know. I feel like it's a good place because we've kind of transitioned.
Watch The Mentalist.
Talking the movies.
Well, if he said his, then I gotta say mine.
My recommendation is Forrest Gump, which is
The Mentalist television show. Watch it.
Mine is Murder on the Orient Express and a short film that just came out called Forevergreen.
All right.
So I will not elaborate.
Asher always puts those in the notes.
Yeah, so I so want to elaborate, but in due respect of time.
You've probably seen Forrest Gump because I'm basic, but the other one.
Hey, that's a movie before 2017.
You broke a trend live on television.
I've seen plenty of movies before. We just run in different
all the Star Wars
sometimes.
Prequels.
I run in squares.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good time to wrap up this jolly episode on the Slate Movie Podcast. Make sure you check us out on all of our socials, which are Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We
Spotify, Apple.
We also release stuff on Spotify and Apple if you like audio. We also have a Gmail. You can email us too. Links to all that in the show notes. And yeah, we are really grateful to be doing this. Mm-hmm. We don't have that many more episodes until the podcast is going to look a little different, but don't worry, we're going to keep pounding. Go Panthers. So anyway, check us out on all of those. Tell us what you love about our podcast. Don't tell us what you don't like, because I can't handle criticism. But anyway, any final thoughts, words?
Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho. We're going to be back to record an episode on a classic Christmas movie, Miracle on 34th Street. So
he said it. It's out.
It's out there. So yeah, make sure you check out our It's a Wonderful Life podcast from last year.
Please.
That's one of our favorite episodes. So anyway, this has been the On the Slate Movie Podcast Christmas Special 2025 Part 1. Did I get that right, Jason?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and God bless. Merry Christmas.